guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. Today I'm going to be trying out the new Givenchy concealer. Official name is, let's make sure we get this right, this is their Prisme Libre Caring 24-Hour Hydrating Radiant Correcting Creamy Concealer. I picked up shade W100, which is described as a fair with warm undertones. This is available right now at Sephora and it retails for $37. We're going to give this a good 10-hour wear test today on my 40-year-old normal to oily skin. If you guys want to see how this new luxury brand concealer is going to wear, keep on watching. All right, let's start first by pinning my hair back. I am getting ready for work this morning. And you know what? It feels like a concealer as foundation type of day. So I think that's what I'm going to do to wear test this concealer. I also picked up these two new goodies at Sephora. The Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. This is going to be a primer. I don't want to wear it today since we are testing, this concealer as foundation. I'm going to save that for an upcoming video. And then I also picked up the skincare item from Tula. This is a 24/7 Power Swipe Hydrating Day and Night Treatment Eye Balm. So it's basically an eye balm in a stick. Sometimes for the summer, this type of product is just so easier for me to just swipe and go. That feels good too, and I didn't smell a scent with it. So I don't want to use these products. I want to just use products that I know work. So we'll save those for an upcoming get ready with me video. I am going to go in with a product that I really love, and this is Tatcha the Silk Canvas. So this will be our primer for today. Just kind of warm it up on the fingertips. Let me know if you guys have picked up this concealer. So this is going to be a sister product to those other foundations, the Skin Caring foundations, the Prisme Libre foundations. I have both matte and glow version. My preference is the matte one. This one right here, it actually wears really well on my skin. I would say that gives almost the same type of coverage and feel as the Dior Forever Skin matte version. I mean, they're both so long wearing and so good, and I've had a really good experience with them. So maybe I should do a Givenchy playlist. I think I can do that, and that way if you want to check out some of those other videos, you most definitely can. You know what else? I meant to pick up that powder that everybody seems to love. It has like the 4 different colors. I don't remember the exact name of it, but it seemed pretty cool. I wanted to get it, and I just totally forgot to order it. But oh well. And this Tatcha. Ooh, this feels so nice on the skin. Okay, so I have 2 different ways that I'm going to be applying this concealer. On the right side, I'll be using my BK 109 brush. This can be used for foundation, or it can also be used for cream blush, bronzer, contour, whatever you want to do. And then on the left side, I'm going to apply with my damp beauty sponge. So here it is. This is the shade. Now this concealer says that it's going to give us medium coverage with a radiant finish. I also want to swatch the Givenchy Prisme Matte next to it. The matte one I have in the shade, what is it, W110. So the concealer's on top. It's just a shade lighter than the foundation, which I think makes total sense. They're both going to be for warm undertone. All right, so let's go in with this. You do get this doe foot applicator. I also want to mention that concealer is formulated with 95% naturally derived ingredients. So a little more, I guess, eco-friendly, skincare friendly. And you know what? I don't smell anything with this one. Let's see. No, it just smells like a concealer would smell. It doesn't smell at all. Thank goodness, because when concealer starts to take on a scent, especially when you're taking it like this close under your eye area, I know for a lot of you, I mean, fragrance in general is frustrating. It can be irritating, but fragrance, when you have to take it so close to the eye, can really start to aggravate the tear ducts. And right now, I think is allergy season. We're making that transition from winter to spring. I know some of us are still saying no, Steph. It is still winter where I'm at. Where I'm at, it might as well be summer because it's hot out there. I think the shade on this is really good. Now this does say it's going to be good for covering acne scars, blemishes, helps to conceal dark circles under the eye. I think it's providing a really pretty finish. Let me take a closer look. Ooh, no. Uh-oh. What's going on here? We have a problem with it caking up, and that is likely because of the primer, not the concealer. Let me see if I warm it up with my fingers, if that'll help it. Only in this area right here. Maybe I just went in with a little too much primer. Oh no, it's peeling. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remove this, not use that primer, and we're gonna start again. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just went and grabbed my favorite primer from Essence, or just one of my favorite primers in general. This is the Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer. This is kind of like a dupe for the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Watermelon Dewdrops. And my bottle looks like it is almost out. I also take this up under the eye just because I feel like some of my skincare got removed. This primer is like $5 or $6. Highly recommend it, from Essence. Oh, just feels so good. It does have a watermelon scent to it too, but it's nothing too strong. It just, you know, it gives you that glass skin look all day. I don't know. It's fabulous. It's fabulous, and it works for me. Let's try this again. Cleaning off my brush. I don't want any residue of the primer. Okay, here we go. That is doing much better. Wow, what a difference. I do see the medium coverage. However, I don't know that I'm seeing radiant finish. I'm definitely gonna have to go over certain areas again, but I just wanted to show you what this one application looks like. And I know not all of you are gonna wear your concealer as foundation, but I feel like that's becoming more of a thing. You know, with the arrival of that Urban Decay Quickie Concealer, to where they kind of make it look like you're wearing it all over your face, which you very well can be. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wearing concealer all over, but, you know, not everybody does that. Everybody, you know, some people don't want to give up their steps in the makeup routine. I get it. But this is what one coat looks like. No coats. All right, now let's do the other side. And this side, I'm going to use my damp beauty sponge. The one I'm using is from Wet n Wild. I think the shade is a really nice shade match for me. Consider using concealer as foundation, especially when you're traveling, so you don't have to take such a larger bottle with you. This makes such a smaller footprint in your travel bag. That is another option. I feel like I definitely lost some coverage, but I think it applied well. Why am I getting more matte vibes than I am radiant vibes from this one? Like, it almost feels like I have something matte on. I'm gonna add a little more concealer down here and right in this area where I always spot conceal. I'll do this side of the face first using my BK A506 sponge to blend right here. Now I'm gonna set one under eye area and one side of the face and not the other, and that way we can see just exactly how this concealer does on its own, at least without powder. I think powder is the biggest indicator as to how a concealer is going to wear, whether it wears well on its own or it needs the concealer to set it. I know a lot of you stay clear of powder, especially under the eye area. I totally understand. So I want to just see how this is going to do if you were to spot conceal with it and not set it with powder. Because there are some of you out there, you don't even have a powder in your possession. I do feel like it's giving good coverage for the under eye area, and I do like the way it concealed right here, but I'm seeing more of a true medium coverage, which is fine. I think that's enough. Now I think if you had darker under eye circles, you'd maybe go in with a corrector first and then this on top. Or if you had redness to your skin, you can go in with the green corrector to help camouflage that a little bit better. I think this is looking really, really nice. Let me take a closer look. Oh yeah, wow, total 180 from the way I first applied it. Okay, I think this looks really good. Now, what side of the face are we going to set? I feel like I'm gonna set the right side and not the left. And I'm gonna go to my Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Okay, let's start applying. Now, I forgot to mention, this concealer says it's going to provide 24 hours of hydration. I hope none of you need to wear your makeup for 24 hours, but should you have to, this concealer is making those claims. Powdering down the center. I'm not going to do like this side, but I am doing like this side and the center of my nose, and we'll check to see on the oil. Did I mention the price on this one? It's $37. I think I mentioned that in the beginning. $37, 24 different shades. And I ordered mine online from Sephora. I don't know that I'm going in with any bronzer or anything today. I might just do some blush or maybe nothing at all. I don't know. All right, so let's take a closer look. I do see it settling over here. This is the side I did not powder, and it does still feel tacky. But it feels like it's kind of drying down, kind of setting itself. Over here, I think it definitely looks a bit more matte. But as you can see, it's not full coverage. It's a true medium coverage, as it says. This does feel tacky still. This feels better. It feels smoother. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it's going to wear on my 40-year-old normal to oily skin. Did I mention that in the beginning? In case it's your first time here, hello, first and foremost, I'm Steff, but I'm 40 years old and I do have normal to oily skin, oily primarily in my T-zone. So I'm very curious about this one. We'll see, guys. I'll check in with you all during my lunch break, and then at the end of the day, we'll wrap up this concealer as foundation review today, and I'll let you know my thoughts on the new one from Givenchy. Hey guys, 5-hour check-in here. So here is the side with powder, and then here is the side without. I think you can clearly see the radiance of this concealer coming through. I can also see it a little bit over here, but it's more tame on this side where I put the powder. I also think it looks a lot smoother under this under eye versus this side. It has settled into the fine lines, and it does still feel a little bit tacky versus this side that just feels really smooth. Definitely loving the side with powder over without. And I don't like that it's settling. It's doing it only on this side that I didn't set. So 5 more hours to go. I'll be back at the end of the day and we will wrap up this wear test review of the new Givenchy concealer. Okay guys, we've come to the end of this 10-hour wear test of the new Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Caring Concealer. Once again, I am in shade W100, which I think is a fantastic shade match for me. I'm usually in the fair to light category when it comes to like concealers and foundation especially, and I usually go more for neutral to warm undertones if that helps you guys make a good shade buying decision. This is the side that I powdered down, and I
I definitely think this is the better side of the two. I'm very shiny on this left side of my face. Like, I'm more shiny than usual. This side doesn't have any powder, but I want to point out this concealer found every single little fine line that I have around my eye, even right here. Like, I obviously have like little fine lines there, but they never really show up. I've never had them accentuated the way this particular concealer did. It didn't do it on this side. The powder, you know, kept everything in place. It kept it looking smooth. But this side, without the powder, I don't know. I'm never gonna wear this concealer without setting it. I just think, look at this. Like, it's a night and day situation here. This is so smooth. This looks great. I'll definitely wear this again with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder, but on this side, yeah, no, you can see it's all cakey in there. It's definitely showing its signs of wear right now. Even on my forehead, like, it's not incredibly smooth. It's not a foundation, it's a concealer. But why do I wear the concealer as foundation? Just to try it out on a large portion of the face, a larger area, instead of just under the eye and maybe a couple dots here on my cheek. That way we can really see what we're made of, because as I've come to do these concealer reviews and wear tests, I've enjoyed wearing them as foundation, and you never know what you're gonna find. That's what I'm here for, to discover new ways, new techniques, new products for you guys, so you all don't have to spend your time, you know, trying to see what works. Hopefully I can help you make some good buying decisions. I think it's a really nice concealer on this side with powder. If you're not going to set it with powder, I don't know that you're going to like this. I feel it's a true medium coverage. It's definitely radiant. It's definitely hydrating. I just don't like the way, you know, it accentuated every little fine line, every little bit of texture I had under the eye area. I think it's good as a spot concealer as well. If you have dry patches, I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna want to go this route. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys some alternatives, some suggestions. So let me just start with the cheapest one I have in here. This has been amazing. This new one from Flower Beauty, the Get Real Concealer. Fantastic. Doesn't come in as many shades as the Givenchy one does, but if you can find this one at Ulta, I think it's only online. It's a really nice one. It's a serum concealer. It's lightweight. It's going to get you medium to full coverage, and I think it's fantastic. If you want something more high end, and you might already have this in your stash, this is one that I really enjoy using. Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer. The shade I have in this one is 4 Fair. I like this. I think it's a really good shade match for me. This is a good one. If you have it already, you already have something similar, if not something better than this new one from Givenchy. I also like the LYS Triple Fix Concealer. I have 2 different shades. The one I pulled out here is LN6. I love this for spot concealing. I think it does a great job under the eye, but I do have to set it. For me, that's just how it works better. But that LYS concealer, really, really nice one if you haven't checked it out yet. Last but not least, if you want something a little bit more mattifying, but it's also going to give you a bit of a luminous glow without making you excessive oily, accentuating a bunch of texture. This one from Huda Beauty, this is her Luminous Matte, Luminous Matte Concealer. It's the Faux Filter Concealer. The shade I have in this one is Coconut Flakes. So I like it. I've been using this one. Do I have 2 different shades? I might have 2 different shades in this one, but this is the one that's more my skin tone. I think it's a really nice concealer. That one could go either way, with or without powder, at least on me, but I tend to set all my concealers. So hopefully I was able to help you guys make some good buying decisions. Let me know if this new one from Givenchy is going to be in your future. I definitely recommend checking out the matte foundation. The matte foundation in this line is really good. It's right up there for me with Dior Forever Skin matte foundation. Let me know your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below what you thought of today's concealer review and wear test. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is y'all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.